Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, I'm back home from traveling and I picked something up along the way and I'm not feeling well at all. I wasn't going to do a video today because of it. But unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for some people, there's some pretty big news. There appears to be a brand new PS3 emulator for Android, and it is a little bit controversial. So this new emulator is called APS3e, and it's an Android PS3 emulator. Based on what I'm seeing here, it seems to be some sort of version of RPCS3 along with some stuff from Vita 3K. Now, from my understanding, this is a real PS3 emulator and it does work, and a lot of people seem to be very excited about it. And Dr. Randy Gerthrod, PhD, says Castlevania Harmony of Despair and Terraria and Shovel Knight are running at full speed on the Odin 2. Now, there's photos and videos of this emulator popping up all over the place, and if we take a look over on Reddit emulation on Android, we can see here that it's running the Simpsons game, and it seems that it's using Vita 3K's interface. The touchscreen controls seem to be from Vita 3K here, and well, I really like what they did with the L3 and R3 buttons. It's worth noting that things are not perfect with this one, and I mean, here's someone else who posted a video of Dragon Ball up and running, and you can see that the gameplay is well, it's booting and playing, but a lot of things just seem broken. Now, I would say it's absolutely normal for an emulator that has just released to not necessarily be perfect. I mean, we saw that in the Nintendo Switch emulation scene. We're seeing that in the PS4 emulation scene. And obviously seeing that in the PS3 emulation on Android scene. There is something worth noting here where this emulator is kind of shrouded in a bit of controversy. So at the time of filming, the latest release of APS3e is version 0.4-250204, and you can see the APK is right on GitHub. Now, something on GitHub does not necessarily mean it's fully open source, and we're seeing that here. So they are saying it's free, it's ad-free, and it's open source partial. And this is where there's a little bit of controversy. So it says full source code will be released when total donations reach $2,000 US. And that might be a bit of a problem considering this is probably violating GPL licensing. So here's a message from the RPCS3 development team, and it seems they don't necessarily have a problem with this emulator existing, just the partial closed source bit and obviously the donation bit to become open source. So they say here, I'm writing on behalf of the RPCS3 development team. This repository distributes binaries based on modified GPL v2 software code from RPCS3. As such, this is a formal request for you to comply with the GPL v2 license, which RPCS3 is licensed under, and publish the modified RPCS3 source code for your binaries accordingly. Now, if you take a look at the comments on this post, it seems that people aren't really grasping that too well. It's devolving pretty quickly here, and there's some pretty hot takes. Now, based on a screenshot over on Reddit emulation on Android, and it does look like the developer initially had $5,000 as the fee to unlock the source code. And since then, they seem to have put it down to $2,000, so that's kind of an improvement. So on one hand, it's pretty awesome that there is a PS3 emulator on Android in existence and may work and make it better in the future. And on the other hand, it's just unfortunate that they are taking source code from RPCS3 and possibly Vita 3K and locking it behind a paywall. Now, this may be my hot take, but I think there's a huge difference between a developer developing everything on their own and possibly wanting to get paid a little bit for it, and a developer borrowing code from different places here and then locking it behind a paywall. Hopefully, all of this can get sorted out soon and this emulator can continue on without any sort of controversy. I think this can be easily resolved, and just removing that donation goal to release the source code would probably resolve all of it. And I still think the developer of this would get a lot of donations because a lot of people seem to be excited about this. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. This was just a quick video. I should have a full news video for you tomorrow, jam-packed with a lot of great stuff in it. I need to rest, and hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts on APS3e in the comments below and the future of PS3 emulation on Android. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.